goes on it, and they canceled it this year.
You are so sad.
I go camping once a year because it's required by the
Yeah, I went last year.
school.
But Brandon takes them on the Boy Scouts with Dad.
Yeah, Papa
So-
John.
And
Papa
we're going to
Biedler.
do more camping. I've got a little sailboat and
Got a
some
log cabin, for
kayaks.
Pete's sake.
Going to building a little log cabin off-grid
And,
thing out there. So
All right, Gary.
yes, there were 4 seniors also in my dad's family, and they were very close too, although not as ebullient and talkative as the Biedlers. But my dad is the 3rd child. Kenny, Margie, Lauren, my dad, and Danny were just as tight as these 4, only they were humorous, they were more introverted, and they were mathematically minded, a lot of engineers there, and they would get together and they would chat and talk like these 4 would, and they sat it together. And the reason we're here on Lopez Island is that Kenny moved to Shaw Island in '73. Danny, the youngest, was a Coast Guard ensign assigned to Stewart Island, the lighthouse there, in 1949 on his honeymoon. And so Dad, the 3rd brother to live up here, chose Lopez because it's the golden mean between the hermit island of Shaw, where Kenny lived, and the overpriced, Californicated Orcas and San Juan type island where, they didn't want to live. This is the friendly island, the golden mean. So that's the reason we're up here. And as far as the generations are concerned, we're seniors now, and I feel like we're like in the midterm semester break, because my parents died 16 and 18 years ago, and we probably have about that much left time to live. And I remember they got to know Logan, and they barely got to know Trevor, but Trevor probably doesn't remember them.
He has a picture of him sitting in great-grandma's lap.
So will we get to see our great-grandchildren? Will we last that long? I don't know. So
And we don't
No
want
pressure,
you to
guys.
rush it.
they're like the
pressure.
they're like the freshman class, and we got our juniors, our children, and the sophomores, the next one. But there's this just constant changing. And when I realized last year my Uncle Danny died, he was the last of the generation of my parents' line, and he was 91, Sonny. And we went to his memorial service, and that was the end of that generation for me. And my younger sisters died, and my parents. So now it's just my older sister Ronnie and I who are from my family of origin. And I'm on the AC alumni website, and every week there's somebody we know passed away.
Ambassador College.
Ambassador College alumni website, and it's just like, oh, another one. Oh, another one. It's just like, this is the time of life, friends, when we just have to face that.
And that's why we do what we're doing today.
Yeah.
And we may never have this many together again. We may not. I don't know.
This may go down in family history as a very, very special event. Unfortunately, a few couldn't be here. Connor couldn't be here. Logan couldn't be here.
Sean and Danny.
Danny's
and
2
Jocelyn
daughters
and
couldn't be
Linnea.
here. Danny and Sean, that family, so there are
And Dan.
a few not here.
And
And
of
Dan.
your generation, the first person that has passed has been our father.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
And
right.
his mother,
Yes.
So it started.
yeah.
Didn't your mom die too?
She came back though.
Oh, she came back.
I'm resurrected.
Well, yeah.
I think this would be a good way to
Get 9 lives.
kind of close a little bit is then so with what you're saying and what we're kind of presencing here, what from your perspective either do you see missing that you would like to see engaged with, or what are your hopes or dreams or aspirations for that, Gary, kind of what you're speaking to as well, for that freshman class, so to speak, or for, as you are looking at your own mortality, what would you like to see? What are you wanting to see? What are you proud of that got instilled, and what is missing that you would like to see?
Did you catch that, Dan?
That was the bit, yeah.
Dan, did you hear that?
Here, did we lose a connection again?
We also
All right, so
have
Jonathan asked,
Only about half of
Jonathan asked, all right, so we're talking about the freshmen, the next generation is coming along. What do we like what's happening?
we got a poor condition going.
So what do we like that's going on with passing of the torch, and what do we think is missing?
Got a poor connection going.
Did you hear that?
I think he answered it.
That's
Thanks,
the
good.
Yeah.
In my back.
We also haven't had Gwen speak
Yeah.
as far as her experience with her grown children, so just want to put that
My greatest goal in life was to be a mother. That's why I married at 20. I didn't want to finish college. I wanted to be a mother. And I had 2 sons that I totally enjoyed. For some reason, every time I saw Diana with her 2 boys, that was me and my 2 boys.
Princess Diana?
We just had that connection. We just had that special bond. And after they left home, we were always in the same city together. After we left home, they told me that they would tell their friends that they had a childhood like they had on TV in the 60s, those shows. The dad was in charge, the mom did the mom and the mothering and the cooking and the cleaning. And they said that their friends couldn't identify. And they told the friends that they had the best mom in the world. And they still tell them that. So,
And I
every
tell
time-
the boys that you had a mom, unbelievable mom, that
And-
helped both your sons.
So I do that, continue that with my grandkids. To me, that's my second greatest contribution to
You have
my
a
family.
granddaughter and a grandson now.
I do. My grandson's almost a year old in San Diego, and my granddaughter's 5.5.
And we were just with them for a week last week
Yeah.
in San Diego.
Just the joy of my life. Just precious. So, thank you for asking. But I have no aspirations to be a businesswoman or save the world. My focus is my people in the church and my kids and their
Is it
Save
kids.
the
hard
world,
to see
right?
them grow up then and,
No.
and not be that mother?
No. I like the stages they're at, and we're all very close. So,
And I want to
It's the way it should
honor
be.
you, Gwen, for at these family reunions. Gwen has such an attitude of service. When
Yeah.
she comes here, you'll hardly notice because she's not an ebullient Biedler. But she is a serving Biedler. And she is always back there working. She's either helping prepare food, she's helping clean up, she's helping clean up. She's always there, and that has always been her attitude of service. That's just such a core person of who she is, of serving wherever she lands her.
And contribution.
Yeah, she's always a contribution
Contribution,
and
yes.
serving and helping and,
Kindness, that's
and
what
doing it
you
very
are.
quietly in the background.
well, we work as a team, don't we?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, thank you, Gwen.
Thank you.
And she puts
My
up with
pleasure.
me.
Yeah.
How hard can that be?
We all know, John.
needs to do it.
I just don't understand what the complaint is.
You're a dance head?
No.
That's a Mount Everest.
Oh, Mount Everest.
Whatever.
That gets into that whole discussion, the difference between males and females.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Well, I want to thank all the youngsters for paying such great
Yeah, really.
attention.
Yes, yes.
I have no expectations beyond that. And the way I feel is we give life to our children. They create their own lives, and they've done a wonderful job of
Yeah.
doing that.
Yes.
And they do
Yay.
the same for their children
Exactly.
in the next
Exactly.
generation.
Passing it on.
That's basically my point of view.
Passing on the baton.
So no missing is what this panel is saying? No missing on carrying it
There's
forward?
nothing you can do
The
about
people
it.
are missing,
I mean,
that's all,
wait.
you know.
More people, they say?
Danny and Sean and, their children,
I thought you wanted us to make more people.
Oh.
well,
I am working on it.
it's totally up to every individual.
Would you like to leave?
Exactly.
No, we've got till September. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Just know you have no idea until you have them, how much work it is and all the
The end of
challenges.
the world
It's
is
so worth it.
But it's so,
So
for me,
worth
it's amen. I just absolutely loved it, and was very sad when they left home.
I cried too, but I knew it was coming.
Yeah,
I knew when
Yeah,
they
so
left
3
home,
cheers.
It was coming.
Excuse me.
And they could live their life happily.
yeah.
And I was proud of them.
So three cheers for all of us.
Okay, we are up against the time that we promised would be done by noon.
Wow, look at
But
that.
Anybody
we're
want to
done.
give
I'm
any
out.
quick acknowledgments to anybody on the panel?
All of you.
We got the
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
week too.
Yeah, and
love to all of you.
I mean, I love humor. I love, getting to know strangers, and that's Alexander and Biedler. Well,
Witty humor.
Amen.
some of it's Alexander, all of it's Biedler.
What's he doing?
Now,
Oh, the
Dad's
humor.
good at getting to know strangers too.
He's got
I
the
mean,
humor.
Henry Kissinger was a stranger, right? You got to know him.
She got to know him.
That's true. That was more Biedler than I tried, Dad. I tried. Amy.
I just really want to thank you all for just pulling us all together.
Yeah.
It's just been a wonderful experience having your commitment to have us all together and have these gatherings and all the work that you put in to make that happen. It's so rewarding. It was a bit of a struggle for me to get here this year, but I know that I'm going to leave here just feeling refreshed and feeling so loved and carry that back into my life and just help me, move forward in my life. And it's so nurturing. And I'm just so grateful. Thank you. Just for all of the years of all of the commitment, too.
I want us to do a standing ovation for Karen and Gary, who have helped funded, and BC over here, and Lori, and Daniel and Sarah, Gary and Karen.
Thank you guys.
Oh, the knees. And by the way, Karen can't do this again. The reservations for homes are now done on the internet through an out-of-state company
Exactly.
that baffles the imagination.
Baffles this.
Yes.
And she's getting older and less patient with people on the phone. So the next reunion, I really need somebody else to take over reservations of homes, plannings, the communications.
Yay.
Somebody.
She loves to do it.
I'll give you all the contact information.
I brought a special notebook, but Kim raised her hand first, so yeah.
What kind of insanity caused you to raise your hand?
Okay, Kimbo.
Nominate Lori Joe to be my assistant.
I second.
I'll say it right now. If you guys like that house that the Williams are in, I know now the manager of that house. Good. And he lives in Victoria, BC. He and I have talked on the phone. He's personally emailed me. He backed me out of the whole internet reservation system that I had done, refunded me all the money, and then had me just take a check down to the bank and deposit in that account. So we have a relationship now with a real person.
Yeah.
So if you like that house,
It's a great